Hi, my name is Jaylene Velez, and today for our book talk, we're going to be reading Little Red, that is retold by Pam Schiller. My intended audience is going to be a group of first graders who, by the end of our story, is going to be able to work on describing characters, settings, and major events, utilizing key details that they've read. Also, just a heads up, this is retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. It is a more modernized version, but all right, let's get ready to begin. So, my friends, quick question. Based off of the cover of the book, what do you think our story is going to be about? That's right, it looks like it's going to be about a little girl, okay, and she has a basket. So do you think she's an important character? Well, she should be if she's on the main cover. So let's start reading. Little Red, retold by Pam Schiller. Once upon a time, in a town not far away, there lived a sweet little girl and her mother. The little girl's mother made her daughter a beautiful hat from red wool. It suited the little girl so well that she wore it every day. For that reason, everyone called her Little Red. All right, guys, so why did everyone call her Little Red? That's right, because her hat was made from red wool, and she wore it every day. One day, her mother told Little Red that her grandmother was sick in bed with a cold. She handed her a basket to take to her grandmother. In that basket, there was a jar with soup, fruit, and bread. Little Red set out immediately to go to her grandmother, who lived across town. To get there, she had to go through the woods. All right, my friends, so where did Little Red have to go through to get to Grandma's? She had to go through the woods, that's right. On her way, she met with a wolf. The wolf asked Little Red where she was going. Not knowing that the wolf was dangerous, she answered, "I'm going to see my grandmother, who lives behind the movie theater." "Whoa," said the wolf, "and I'll go see her too. I'll go this way and you go that way. We will see who will get there first." So where did Little Red tell the wolf that she was going? That's right, to grandmother's house, who lived behind the movie theater. Was it safe for her to share that information with a stranger? No, you're right, it wasn't. Little Red took her time. She stopped to smell the pretty dandelions. She listened to the singing and chirping of the birds. She lay down and watched the clouds dance across the sky. Little Red loved the way the sun felt on her face. She sat down on a rock and ate one of the apples her mother had placed in the basket. The crisp, tart taste of the fruit filled her mouth with the nicest sensations. That all sounds very delicious, doesn't it? The wolf, instead, ran as fast as he could. And since he also took the shortest path, he arrived at grandmother's house well ahead of Little Red. So how did the wolf get to Grandma's house first? That's right, he took the shortest path and he ran as fast as he could. He didn't take his time. He knocked at the door. Let's see what happens next. "Who's there?" cried grandmother from her bed. "It's me, Little Red," replied the wolf, disguising his voice. Grandmother was delighted that her granddaughter had come to see her. She said, "Come in, sweet child," without even looking out the window to make sure it was her granddaughter. Was that a safe choice? What could Grandma have done differently? And then I would continue reading my story till the end, where I would ask the children who are participating in my book talk who they believe the main characters are and why. We could follow with discussions about going over where the story mainly takes place, if it takes place in more than one part, and ultimately the events in which happen in the story, and help them utilize different words to be able to grasp the ideas and the key details that we want to utilize. Thank you for listening to my book talk, and I hope I did well. I know that maybe I could work on a little more eye contact with my set of students who are sitting with me, listening to my story. Maybe be more interactive. I do know sometimes it's hard to read a book to yourself instead of actually having a real audience. Maybe as well, I could focus my questions throughout the story more towards the standard that I'm teaching, rather than like if something was dangerous or not, because that's not really what we're trying to touch up on. But hopefully I did a good job. Thank you.